Today is December 8th, 2025. It is 12:38 a.m. Alright, so I got a lot of tweets to share with you, but I'm going to try to go over them really quickly. I don't think this is some of the things you guys will want to hear, but this is the discussion that I see going on. It's a reflection of the Sussex squad of Meghan's situation between the father. Okay. All right, let's just go straight to it. Oh, and I also have some stuff regarding heavy security. Okay. There might be several parts to this recording. I'll see how I handle it when I'm editing. All right. So, like for instance, has to do with heavy security, but I have it further down on the list. First tweet. All right. I had to put this first because the squad has a way of turning things into a comical situation. My apologies to all the people facing life-altering decisions about their lives while witnessing Thomas Markle's piece of the Vulture Caroline Graham and Daily Mail trash. Try to decide which claim will generate sympathy above, below the knee, or at the ankle that they can then weaponize. It's very sad. The image got me laughing though, but the thing is that how the father sold the is working against the daughter, and then you have some people who's expecting for Meghan to leave everything to just go over there. I think I put a discussion that Henry VIII was having. It's further down the list. But the father who should be there protecting her daughter and things like that, and he would have been so much better. I don't know the logic behind his thinking. If the whatever money they're giving him, I really don't know if he's getting paid or he's not getting paid, or if there is some sort of a retainer for between him and the British media. I don't know. It just does not make sense to me, seeing the life he could have had with his daughter, whether or not Meghan was rich or not, but the life he could have had with his daughter, and for him to be doing this. This is something I recently started saying in some of my videos, like yesterday's recording. And I was like, it seems like the melanin on people's skin, that the less that they have, and I think it takes some logical thinking out of their mind as well, because I just don't understand. I do not understand the logic of this. It seems like he was gonna try to trap his daughter. God, please continue to protect Harry and Meghan and their children. Clear the path. Always go first in front of Harry and Meghan, and keep your archangel behind them to shield them, protect them. But as you walk forward, clear the path for them, the right way to go, because this is full-blown evil. I just like the way Meghan responded too. I think it was to email. Okay, there's me responding. I just can't with the Sussex squad. They miscalculated. I think right at the hip will have done it. The squad are adding to it. The squad are just adding to it. There's that. The Mail owes anyone who had the misfortune to see their, quote, Meghan sucks because amputation, end quote, story, a lifetime of free bleach. I don't expect to read porn on news site. I don't expect to read gratuitous fake amputation stories on a news site either. Probably a toe. The squad are just guessing where the amputation happened. Whatever. I don't wish him any bad thing, but what he's doing to his daughter is uncalled for. Next tweet. Someone said the hospital bill is going to be sky high. It's going to cost an arm and a leg. Some of this should have been further down, but because it's just the way the squad are turning this into, there's that, stop it, LOL. Joe, I'm the innocent party here. That's just wrong. Exactly what all this circus is about. Pound, which is money. Run out of money, have they? Why live there? Why was this not picked up quicker? Surely on blood thinner to prevent clots after his heart operation. He almost died, and apparently, and a tongue adding to the screenshot, to the caption. People are just laughing. Next tweet. The squad or something. I think we're starting to get a bit more. Oh no, still. Yeah, this is a bit more serious, but the way the squad are putting that thing. Thomas Markle gave Meghan's private letter to the Daily Mail, pushing her into a harsh court battle during which she lost a baby. Yet he kept supporting the paper throughout, with him disregarding her well-being, even the loss of his own grandchild. He deserved eternal hell. The reason that they put the elephant here, there was a story a couple years ago about a elephant who went to a former keeper funeral, and the elephant stormed into the funeral and dragged the dead body, the corpse. And people say elephant never forget, and people started asking what did the keeper did to that elephant for the elephant to be that upset to even go to the funeral and drag the body. So this is saying, the squad never forget, pretty much. Right? That Meghan's lawsuit with the papers. I actually looked it up. I think it was yesterday when I learned that it was through email that Meghan responded to the father. And I think the same thing principle apply when you sent a letter to someone. Meghan is still copyright owner, the email. However, where things sort of change, if the what do you call this? If it's a company email, the company has the right to that email. Now, I don't know if, for instance, Meghan, if the father, that would be the question here, because if the father shared the email information with Daddy Fell and Daddy Fell decided to do it, now this is where things get slightly complicated. That's me thinking. You know what? Let me pause and look for what I'm talking about. Okay. Who is the copyright owner of email sent? All right, let's put that. Similar to the thing that I did regarding the letter. The sender generally owns the copyright to an email they write, as copyright attached automatically upon creation of original content, but the recipient has a license to use it for purpose consistent with how it was sent. Okay, ownership can be tricky with work emails. Okay, this is where I was getting here. Work email. Now, if the email that Meghan sent to the father, let's say if it's Daddy Fell, the father create an email through Daily Mail's kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe this is where things might be slightly complicated. Ownership can get tricky with work emails. Employer owns it. But Meghan doesn't work. Okay? For, let's say, Daily Mail, it's coming through her personal email to the father again. Okay? Or if the email contains shared content. But for personal email, the sender holds the copyright. Okay? So there, Meghan is the copyright owner of that email. Meaning they control distribution while you, the recipient, can read, reply, and maybe forward it, but not publish it widely without permission. So the same thing applies. The same thing applies. Now, if, let's say, for instance, the email that Meghan sent was, let's say the father's email is the Daddy Fell thing, and the father reply back. I don't know. It's got a little bit complicated. Okay, but I think the same thing applies here. Meghan owns the copyright of that email, so they should not be shared. The same thing will happen again if Daddy Fell decided to publish the content of the email, and then Meghan decided to sue. it will be the same thing. Meghan will still win the thing. Okay, but keep in mind, please, if you're listening to me, you see, I'm going through Google. I am not a legal expert. Do not take my word or whatever I read on Google. I'm just informing myself and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. All right, let's go back on Twitter. So I read this. Let's see here. 100% period, and God will sort him out. No matter how much GB toxic tabloid scream, she needs to care for her Satan dad. Go the British media and Royal Rat to tell Baldy and Bond to stop attempting to end Charles III. Harry and Meghan are doing zero to that satanic clown. He stay lying and hurting them with Daddy Fell. Why this looks so small? That man forgot she was his daughter and just viewed her and the racist jealous eyes of his other children. His other foot may not really good anyway. Let's see here. Meghan's dad called her controlling and tell TV. Well, like Meghan had said in the Oprah interview, now she has children. She has kids. She has to protect her children and her well-being. If Meghan doesn't control herself, who's going to control her? Look how the tabloid is running wild with her information and things like that. Even when she doesn't come out on social media or whatever, they decided they should be the one to control her. She's not a puppet. You could pause and read. My goodness. All right, next tweet. These people are ridiculous. All right, let's pause this. Only on email can you put a confidential notices, legal disclaimers, intellectual property protection, and terms for how the content may be used. That's exactly that. Okay, I put this on. I put this on the list. I didn't even look. I forgot it was there. Once you felt the fire, you learn how to move carefully through the smoke. Exactly. Back experience with how the paper used her letter. I think from this point on, whatever happened is through emails. She got the win regarding the copyright owner, that lawsuit. It's a pretty much affirmation to the Daddy Fell that, look, if you print my stuff, I'm going to call you to court. Okay, good point. But also, if he is so sick as they reported and ICU, why would you call? A person the sick will likely not be able to carry a phone conversation, and most hospitals don't want you using phone and ICU. This is the corporate way of handling people. Email means ownership of copyright. Look, oh my God, I didn't even know the squad were discussing this. Okay, this is the corporate way of handling people. Email means ownership of copyright. No publishing that unless they want to be sued again. All right, let's see here. Yes, an email can protect original content under copyright law as it's an original work of authorship fixed in a tangible medium, the electronic record, once written and sent, granting the sender copyright ownership for that expression. But publishing it requires permission unless it's fair use. And an email exchange can even create a copyright license as shown. Okay, so this is a case, Joseph v. Buffalo News, and case number 8. Okay, so that's a lawsuit that happened. While you own the copyright to your original words, the recipient also has right to their copy. And dispute over email ownership and use are complex, often turn on context, not just property right. Okay, so that's the thing here. The conversation going back and forth. So the person who keep on sending their part, they are the copyright owner. Exactly. The Daily Fell is still feeling the burn from Lettergate. Oh, is that what the squad call it? The Lettergate. It's almost that time of year again when the squad make their defeat trending globally. Fun times. Okay, exactly. Meghan is very smart, and we all saw the pain she went through sending him a letter on request of royal family pirating what happened. He is still in bed with the media for money and proved it. Exactly. Also smart move to have documentation. A call can be recorded, someone could be listening, and etc. He has proven himself to be untrustworthy again and again. Yeah, like I said in past video, like yesterday. And I think Meghan sent that email because she wants to clear her conscience. She knew the father is untrustworthy. So sending the email is just to not only protect her copyright, her information, and also her well-being. All right, whatever is here, that's it. Our princess is smart. Once bitten, twice shy. Of course she knew the Lady Hell is handling a 80-year-old demented man. Well played, Meghan. Leave the trash and the bin where they belong. Duty bungles. What happened? What have I missed? Okay, really did I know that? She's such a smart woman. Exactly. Next tweet. Okay, Sussex squad on headlines. I think it's still the same discussion. Okay, I'm taking a distance from this whole Thomas story. It's getting so out of hand. Meghan should have never been dragged to it. Huge mistake. Senior should have kept ignoring all these vultures. Well, this is logic thinking here, but it seems like the father doesn't care. Alright, they set her up. I really hope she stopped any try to contact this man after all this. I agree with that, okay? But because sometimes when people talk to you, you just don't know what truth, and then you don't want later on to say, oh, I wish, this is the part here, I wish I should have done this, I wish I should, even though there's been time and time again where the father is showing how shady he is, but that little thing, that conscience, you don't want your conscience to eat you alive. And I think this is the only reason. My perspective, I don't know why Meghan responded, despite the fact that that's her father, but for me, I feel like she did it for her conscience sake, to say, you know what, let me contact my father and see, just to see how he's doing, but let's do it the right way, because I'm already having suspicious of not trusting him. So by doing that, is to clear her conscience. All right, let's say, for instance, if he did have amputated his leg, at least Meghan would still say, look, I did this, my conscience is clear. Or if the father's lying, it could say, okay, I still did it, but I protect myself to not be dragged with the tabloid printing my information and things like that. And also, I really don't think it's safe it's not my position to tell anybody anything. This is just me thinking, because the tabloid don't care. All they see is their vision. They are in their tunnel vision to do whatever it is that they want to get to. I don't think it's safe for the father himself, because there's something that I'm thinking, I don't want to say it, so to not give ideas, but it's also not safe for the father, because those people, the Daddy Fell and all of that, they could do anything. And they know the laws, and they know how to manipulate the laws or work around the law and do things. So it's not safe for the father too. All right, but my focus, or at least for many of us, we just hope and pray for God to continue to protect Harry and Meghan and their children. But the father who's playing that game, because I don't know, maybe he felt like, because I'm the father, I could do whatever. Okay, but Meghan has to put a boundary for herself. For herself. This is her body. This is her well-being. So she needs to do what needs to be done to protect her entire being, mind, body, soul, everything. All right. So some of the things that she's doing is just to not be in regret in the future, but she's moving cautiously. All right. So, and then it's so uncalled for what the father's doing. I don't understand logic. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a freaking genius or anything, but at least the basic common sense doesn't add up for me to understand why the father's doing that. I don't know. All right. You did good. I am more concerned about exposing the media apparatus that allows it. That is going to be hard to change. And also all the discussion that we're having here, some of the things that I'm sharing with you, as much that we don't want to talk about it, we should be talking about with Love Meghan, massacre kids, this kind of thing. And Harry did a speech somewhere in California with the British government kind of thing. I shared it on our Port of Pew service. And I also mentioned on PYTE, but the full, not, I didn't have the full speech, but whatever speech that I came across, I put it in our Port of Pew service. I didn't care if YouTube decided to flag it because that channel is not monetized. But these are the things we should be talking about. But the media in the UK are so evil. Too many things is going right for Harry and Meghan. They want to turn it into a sorrow. You should be mad or bash Meghan. This is what fueled these people. But us talking about it is also exposing them in a way. As much as we don't want to talk about them, but the context of how we see that thing and talking about it is a way of exposing them. There are people who still in La La Land don't understand. There was a YouTube video that I was watching yesterday, and I didn't finish watch it. Is this pastor in the UK was preaching on the street, and the police were telling him to stop, and they arrest him. I ended up not finished watching it, but I was reading some of the comments, and one of the comments says something like, it's like there's so much demon in the UK. Let me see if I could find it, and I'll read that comment. Let me pause, and I'll share that link with you. You could go and watch it yourself. Okay, this is the video. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for you guys if you wanna watch it yourself. This is the pastor, a black guy, and these are the police who were telling him to stop, and there was a altercation, but they ended up arrest him and things like that. All right, the link will be in the description. You could go and watch it. All right, so this is the comment that I was reading. The UK has no freedom of speech anymore because demons ruling over this country. This caught my attention. I truly believe so. I've said so many times, I think evil originated in the UK. All right, so demon is ruling the country. I truly believe that. This sort of solidifies some of the things I have said. All right, if you want to go watch this video, I can't even play it properly anyway, so there's no reason for me to even play it. I'll leave the link in the description. All right, let's get back to this. Let me read some of the comments here. You did good. I'm more concerned about exposing the media apparatus that allows it. That is going to be hard to change. Meghan will do fine. There are a lot of people rooting for her, and she already says she does not read this stuff, is only told on need-to-know basis. I think Meghan will do what's right for her. She's probably far more aware than we are about all sides to this. She'll deal with it. Meghan is an adult with agency. She doesn't need our input on the decision she makes for herself and her family. This is a mind our own business situation. Let's do that. Yes and no. Yes and no. Well, you can't take advice from social media. That's for sure. Because that I will take it in that aspect. But people around her, let's say her mother, for instance, Harry, and people who are close to her, sometimes you need perspective. Okay, you could tell the people, or if you whatever you discuss with your people that's around you, people you feel comfortable to discuss certain topics. It's good to get perspective to narrow in your decision, because you might think one way and you probably will 100% confident of your way of doing things, but you may not consider one slight little thing that could change the outcome. So sometimes it's good to talk to other people, which is for Meghan will be her mother, Harry, people she trusts, okay? And then that will narrow her decision. But social media, we could talk all we want, but she will make her own decision. Get my feeling too. I will not raise a finger to email or text. She can't win. She can't win. She's not ready. Okay, she's not reading any of it, I hope. Punina is starting to realize her fave is dumber than a box of wax. What? And her narcissistic way of showing. Nah. If this is the way this person thinks Meghan is moving forward, you must. Why do you think she do? Oh, let's block this. Why do you think she sent to email. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, 96. I want to make sure I don't. If I get to 30 minutes, oh, I'm almost 30 minutes. Next tweet, there's that. The way the white British media target and try to crucify Meghan is very jarring. Yet, they act offended when they accuse of racism. Nothing she said, done justifies the abuse level at her. F them, and may every weapon deployed against her return and strike them tenfold. Okay, amen, there's that. It will forever be F them, the royal family, and the entirety of her white side of her family. Racism is the root cause of all the hate and abuse she's been subjected to. It pains me to see this woman crucified for marrying a man who loves her unconditionally. Okay, I'm sick of this shit. Amen. May they meet a worse fate than they wish for her. I just said baggage for God. Okay, whatever is here. Very well said. We know the ancestors will definitely tend to them and they will not be ready. This is 100%. Also, this image is so beautiful. Agree. I wish for all of them what they wish on Meghan and more. All right, next tweet. 26 minutes. All right. Do you think these two are in love? Oh, please. In love? Hell no. She's probably there to get information and, I don't know, maybe write a book? The life of the father? I don't know. I don't know. How much do you want to bet Caroline Graham will be writing a book soon? The two of them deserve each other. Of course she will. She is hideous. Well, that's the life. Yeah, they deserve each other. Yep. She's a grifter just like him. I feel like she is worse than him. In a way, I would say that too, because why would you put yourself there? Oh my God. This might be the last one for this part of this video, and I'll continue recording. Alright. We watched that man sell Meghan out to the highest bidder. He has sold everything about her, her baby pictures, videos, letters. At one point, he was on giving interviews on weekly basis, abusing her. Meghan has no father. She's Doria's daughter only. We love you, Meghan. I think there's a music. I'm gonna go through it really quickly. I'm glad she's handling it the way that she is. Okay, I love the fact that the black side of her family remained classy while the white side behaved trashy. I mean, with the way Trump is making this country, all the races coming out of them, so they feel confident about it. All right, we love you, Meghan. We need to do a roll call of Meghan supporters from across the globe. Support with flag from each country. We love you, Meghan. I always wonder how the British media had Meghan baby pic. I did not know her father sold them to the media. He is sick in the head, all for money, shameful. Okay, this is what I'm saying. When we're discussing some of this stuff, people who don't know will know. Okay, so this probably someone who just, I'm not saying just happened, but maybe didn't know much about Meghan. Like when I first started looking into Meghan, I didn't know she was doing UN kind of thing, charitable work, this kind of thing. If the squad didn't tell me, the TIG, I didn't know. I knew Meghan was an actress. That was it. All right, lovely girl and now a beautiful woman. He has not one redeemed quality, none. Meghan must disown that man. I think, in a way, I think she did. But her conscience is what's pretty much doing things. Okay, he is not her father, but an abuser. Just evil, not capable of love. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. The next tweet I'm gonna do on my next video, there are some TikTok video, Meredith, JTB, and somebody else. And depending on how fast I go through it, I might do the security thing for Harry. All right, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Stay tuned for more.
Tanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.